Today we're checking out Google's latest AI and image generator called Nano Banana. Is it actually any good? What are the pros? What are the cons? And is this really the big game changer people keep saying? Alright. Welcome back to the channel. Nano Banana, also called Gemini 2.5 Flash, is Google's new image tool blowing up online, and honestly, for good reason. We're gonna see what this model can really do, especially when it comes to product photos. We'll walk through a few examples, just give the model some prompts and descriptions. See what we want and what it can create for us. Now, if you want to try Nano Banana, it's totally free right now. You just need to open Gemini, head over to Google and check the top left corner of the screen to make sure it says Gemini 2.5 Flash for this video demo. I pulled some old product shots off my computer, wiped out the backgrounds completely, so we're left with just the clean product images. To really put the model through its paces, I picked items with labels of different complexity. Some have busy graphic designs while others, like the Prime bottle, are just plain text. So this way we can really check if Nano Banana is actually able to reproduce the labels one-to-one, kicking things off with this hot sauce bottle from Seppicoat. What I really wanted was to set up a flat lay of the hot sauce bottle sitting right in the middle of chicken wings. So I handed the model the product photo plus a background reference image along with a short prompt, and this is what it gave me on the very first try. I've gotta say, this looks pretty great. The label didn't get messed up at all and the bottle landed right among the wings, just like I asked. The lighting could have been a little more engaging or dramatic, but honestly I'd still rate it about a 7 or 8 out of 10. Still a really solid output. Next up, we're gonna push it with something a bit harder this time. I wanted the bottle dropped into orange hot sauce, partially sunk down in the sauce, just like this reference picture where the tube is floating in water, but instead of water, I needed it floating in thick orange hot sauce. So I passed Nano Banana both of these images with a prompt, and here's the result it produced. Honestly, the first time I saw it, my jaw nearly hit the floor. The label once again is completely clean and the bottle is half sunk into the orange hot sauce with chicken wings all around it. This would be flat out impossible to pull off in Photoshop or any other editor, starting only from this image. It even added sauce dripping onto the bottle's cap, making it look like the bottle really sat inside the liquid. Just crazy. Next, we're gonna kick it up a notch, because online you've seen that you can ask Nano Banana to take an image and give you another perspective of that image. So I asked it to create an image where it looks at the center from the surface level and a hand is holding the bottle out of the hot sauce. And this is the result it came up with. I don't know what to say at this point. This, I think, is the best single image I've ever generated with AI. Considering it's keeping the label almost 100% intact, the studio lighting is perfect. The sauce sliding down the bottle looks super high-end, totally blew my mind. And the best thing about this tool is if you don't like part of the picture, you can just ask it to fix it, since it doubles as a strong image editor. So for example, in this shot, I wasn't happy with the splash sitting under the hand at the bottom, so I just told it to take that out, and here's the updated result. Moving forward to the next test, I used a pink bag of coffee beans that I wanted placed in this setting. Once more, I handed Nano Banana the two pictures and also gave it a prompt to follow, and this is the version it generated. This result is fine, but I feel the lighting looks a little too flat, so I decided to ask it to switch the lighting into something more dramatic, and here's the result it handed back. The fact you can alter the lighting like this just by talking directly to the model is insanely powerful for anyone who doesn't have editing skills or know how to retouch photos. So in my view, this is a real game changer for the next test with the Prime Can. I really wanted to push this model as far as it could go and see how many edits I could request or extra details I could add to the picture, and whether that would break the system or distort the output somehow. So I began with these two source images and a prompt, and this was the first result it gave me, which honestly looked pretty good already. But I really wanted to check how far we could push the model to shift this picture into something completely different. So I went ahead again by asking it to use more dramatic lighting that would really highlight the bottle, and this was the output it delivered for that. Now here I wanted to test if it could soften the lighting, bring it back to something gentler. So I told it the highlight felt too harsh and to make the background darker, and this was the version it returned. After that, I decided to drop some blue raspberries into the shot. So I asked it to set the blue raspberries right on the glass surface, and here's the result it produced. And then finally, I asked it to tuck some blue raspberries inside the eye shapes along with the Prime Can, and this was the final render. So as you can see, we went from this shot to that shot just by giving the model instructions and swapping out pieces of the picture itself. Now this is mainly just a demo. I wouldn't say I'm totally happy with the end results here. A few parts of the picture look a bit warped, and the strong highlight on the can isn't ideal, but again, this is only An example showing that you can literally talk to the image and tweak things on the fly for the next test. I wanted to check if it could follow perspective and camera angles from the reference photos I gave it, so I asked for a render of this YoPRO bottle styled after that reference picture, where the camera is looking upward at the product from a tilted angle. Then I also asked to swap the background details to match better with the product. So I told it to set the bottle among blueberries and blueberry bushes all around, and here's the render it produced. This one honestly had my jaw drop again because it's pretty much 100% spot on. I mean, you could say sure the blueberry text at the top looks a little warped, but compared to results from other image generators, this is straight up next level stuff. For the next test, I wanted to check how well the model could drop a product into a scene or an existing styled photo, so I asked it to keep the exact same layout and overall composition as this shot, but swap and occur this beer can instead, and adjust the background to a dark blue, matching the beer can's look, and here's the result it generated. So to wrap up my first impression, I'm really impressed with this new image model. It basically blows away all the other image tools out there right now. If we line up one picture from Nano Banana against ChatGPT, you can clearly see that this is the version Nano Banana produced, and this is the one Chat gave back. The difference is like night and day. ChatGPT can't even keep the label correct on the product, while Nano Banana comes out nearly flawless. But that's all for my first reaction video. I'll definitely be making more Nano Banana content soon, so if you enjoy this kind of stuff, make sure to hit subscribe. I also got a pop-up from YouTube saying there's a brand new hype button you can hit to support the video and the channel too, so if you notice it, give it a click. Otherwise, I'll catch you in the next one.